Mansfield Park was composed in Chawton, Hampshire. It was begun in February 1811 and finished soon after June 1813. That is to say, it took Jane Austen about 28 months to complete a novel containing some 160,000 words divided into 48 chapters. It was published in 1814, the same year as Scott's Waverley and Byron's Corsair, in 3 volumes. These 3 parts, though the conventional method of publication at the time, in fact stressed the structure, the play-like form of the book, a comedy of manners and mischief, of smile and sighs, in 3 acts made up, respectively, of 18, 13, and 17 chapters. I am averse to distinguishing content from form and to mixing conventional plots with thematic currents. All I need say at the present time, before we have plunged deep into the book and bathed in it, not waded through it, is that the superficial action in Mansfield Park is the emotional interplay between the families of country gentlefolks. One of these 2 families consists of Sir Thomas Bertram and his wife, their tall athletic children, Tom, Edmund, Maria and Julia, and their gentle niece, Fanny Price, the author's pet, the character through whom the story is sifted. Fanny is an adopted child, an impecunious niece, a gentle ward. Notice that her mother's maiden name was Ward. This was the most popular figure in the novels of the 18th and 19th centuries. There are several reasons why a novelist would be tempted to use this word of literature. First, her position in the tepid bosom of an essentially alien family yields the little alien a steady stream of pathos. Second, the little stranger can be easily made to go the romantic way in regard to the son of the family, and obvious conflicts can result. Third, a dual position of detached observer and participant in the daily life of the family make of her a convenient representative of the author. We find the gentle word not only in the works of lady authors, but also in those of Dickens, Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, and many others. The prototype of these quiet maidens, whose bashful beauty finishes by shining in full through the veils of humility and self-effacement, shining in full when the logic of virtue triumphs over the chances of life. The prototype of these quiet maidens is, of course, Cinderella, dependent, helpless, friendless, neglected, forgotten, and then marrying the hero. Mansfield Park is a fairy tale, but then all novels are, in a sense, fairy tales. At that first sight, Jane Austen's manner and matter may seem to be old-fashioned, stilted, unreal. But this is a delusion to which the bad reader succumbs. The good reader is aware that the quest for real life, real people, and so forth is a meaningless process when speaking of books. In a book, the reality of a person or object or a circumstance depends exclusively on the world of that particular book. An original author always invents an original world, and if a character or an action fits into the pattern of that world, then we experience the pleasurable shock of artistic truth, no matter how unlikely the person or thing may seem if transferred into what book reviewers, poor hacks, call real life. There is no such thing as real life for an author of genius. He must create it himself and then create the consequences. The charm of Mansfield Park can be fully enjoyed only when we adopt its conventions, its rules, its enchanting make-believe. Mansfield Park never existed, and its people never lived. Miss Austen's is not a violently vivid masterpiece as some other novels in this series are. Novels like Madame Bovary or Anna Karenin are delightful explosions, admirably controlled. Mansfield Park, on the other hand, is the work of a lady and the game of a child, but from that work basket comes exquisite needlework art, and there is a streak of marvelous genius in that child.